What's up, family, man? I'm gonna give you guys a minute before you get in. I'm all discombobulated. I'm gonna give you guys a minute before I get started. Come on in, adjust the camera a little bit. What's up? What's up? Come on in, man. This is gonna be a rough one. This is gonna be rough, man. Paul, what's up with you, brother? Man, family. On behalf of my mother-in-law, man, miss you too, my brother. Man, on behalf of my mother-in-law, I bless each and every one of you. Man, may you continue in your growth and development. May, man, you reach peace of mind. You know what I mean? May you have peace of mind. May you have joy and that peace that passes all understanding. I'm a little nervous. I wasn't nervous all day until like right before, and it just seemed like everything was going crazy to stop me from coming out at 6, right? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Man, you can't allow energy, negative energy, whatever, to stop you from reaching your full potential. You can't allow, what's up with you, Miss Rocky? Man, pray for me. We're going in today. We can't allow the toxicity of other people and all those other things to rob us of our joy, to rob us of our peace of mind. You know what I mean? To rob us of our happiness. That's our responsibility. You know what I mean? It's not somebody else's responsibility to make you happy. It's not a man, it's not a woman's responsibility to make you happy. You know what I mean? Man, that's your job. You know what I mean? That's your responsibility. You know? And man, today we're going to talk about sex, sexually transmitted disease, demons, incubus, succubus, and all that stuff, right? This is a grown folk channel. We're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation today. Okay, and I've talked about some of this stuff in the past. You know what I mean? But man, just be forewarned, this is a grown person channel today. Man, whew. That being said, I think my queen, my wife, is up under my account today. I think hers was messed up. So if you see my name pop up, that's the queen talking. All right. I just wanted to get that out there. That being said, I posted something on Facebook earlier this morning in social media about so many people are so excited about not having sexually transmitted diseases and not even understanding that they have sexually transmitted demons. You know what I mean? They're running around happy that they don't have no disease. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing. You know what I mean? But man, they got all this other crap that they don't picked up from sex. You know? And again, let's get going. We have to understand what sex is. You know what I mean? We have to understand what happens when we have sex. You know what I mean? And so many of us, man, we don't want to get married. We want to just fuck everything that come around. We want to suck everything's dick. You know what I mean? We want to go down on every woman we come across. We want to do all this other stuff. But we don't want to be in committed relationships. You know what I mean? Because we're so scared. You know, we're so terrified of getting hurt. And it's a trick because we're more terrified of getting hurt than we are of having sex. And that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me now that, because God had to show me what the hell was going on. You know what I mean? And it's a trip because, again, I had to have sex. You know what I mean? Sex was my drug. It was a drug for me. I was addicted to sex. And what God had to show me was that, man, Elijah, you got to deal with your fucking issues. Elijah, you got to get this shit under fucking control. And when I say I was addicted to sex, I was never into porn. I was never into like going to strip clubs and none of that. I wasn't paying for shit. Y'all got me fucked up. I wasn't paying for shit. You know what I mean? But I was sleeping with every woman that I could because I had underlying issues. Okay? And so just having sex with one woman wasn't good enough anymore. You know, been there, done that. Any guy could do that. You don't even have to have game to be able to have sex with a woman. You know what I mean? You don't have to have game for that. But to be able to have sex with 2 women at the same time, to be able to have sex with 3 and 4 women at the same time, oh, you got to have some type of vocabulary. You got to have some type of mouthpiece to convince these other women to go along with this shit. Stay with me. We're going somewhere today. And what God had to show me was, because of my issues of being molested as a little kid, now me having sex is like, okay, man, I'm trying to prove that I'm not gay. I'm trying to prove that I'm the man, you know? And now just one woman can't do it. Because anybody could do that. Any guy could do that. Now I got to have 3 and 4. It's like alcohol. It's like any type of drug. The more you do it, the higher your tolerance becomes. And the higher your tolerance is, the more it takes for you to reach that high. The more it takes for you to get to that state. If you guys know what I'm talking about as far as drinking alcohol or slamming dope, man, what got you high in the beginning ain't gonna be what keeps you high now. Man, that's not good enough. You know what I mean? That's just the beginning. You know what I mean? Man, that's just starters right now. You know what I mean? One woman, man, that ain't shit. Man, if it ain't 3 and 4 women, then it ain't enough. And what God had to show me was, Elijah, every time you have sex with another woman, you are taking on her energy. Elijah, you got enough fucking problems. You know what I mean? This is what God was talking to me. Elijah, you got enough fucking problems. Why are you taking on all these other fucking baggages, taking on all this other fucking drama, all this other fucking shit? Elijah, you're taking on all these people's energy. Every time you have sex, there's an energetic exchange. And so what God was showing me is, Elijah, you slept with Mary right here. You slept with Stacy right here. You slept with Tasha right here. You slept with Annabelle right here. You slept with all these different women. And all of their energy and all of the people that they've had sex with. See, because every time you sleep with somebody sexually, whether you have a rubber on or not, whether you have quote unquote safe sex, there's no fucking safe sex. Get that shit out your fucking heads. Okay? I don't give a damn if you married. It ain't safe sex until you and that person you engaged in sex with have cleared some fucking baggage from y'all shit. You know what I mean? Because so many was like, man, I'm in a committed relationship. Okay, yeah, but that motherfucker, how can I say this? He don't slept with a whole bunch of women. You slept with a bunch of different dudes. And now y'all coming together and now y'all want to be committed to each other. But what y'all don't understand is all the women that he slept with, he's bringing all that energetic bullshit, all that baggage with him. He don't even know it's attached to him. Because every time he has sex with another woman, he's engaging in unsafe sex. Every time you have sex with a dude, you're engaging in unsafe sex. Why? Because you don't know what fucking demons, I'm going to get to demons in a second. You don't know what fucking issues are attached to that person that they slept with. And so all of that becomes part of that person. All of that becomes part of you. I told you guys the other day, I had to go on this thing called retention, sexual semen retention, where I didn't have sex, didn't ejaculate, didn't masturbate or nothing for over a year. That was my way of purging myself. That was God's way saying, Elijah, you got to deal with some fucking shit. You have to cleanse yourself of all of this fucking bullshit. You got to purify your fucking energy and cleanse your fucking energetic levels. You could do all the meditating you want to, but if you don't cut this fucking shit off right here that's attached to you, you ain't doing shit. You can say all the fucking prayers you want to. That's not going to fix the problem. That's not going to change anything. Years ago, I was laying in bed, and I was married to my younger kid's mom. And I was there and I was asleep. And some of you can say, well, this is part of sleep paralysis. You know what I mean? What we don't understand, we always demonize. I'm saying it again. What we don't understand, we're quick to demonize. And what happened was that, man, I'm laying in bed and I felt this pressure. I felt this hand pushing down on my chest, like crushing my chest in. And I'm trying to get up, trying to wake up, but still talking about sex and all that other stuff. Stay with me. I'm trying to get up, but I couldn't get up. I was stuck. And the more I fought, the harder it pressed down on me. The more I fought trying to get up, trying to talk, trying to say something, the harder the spirit was pressing down on me. And I felt the spirit walk into my room. But I'm laying next to my wife. I wasn't really tripping because I was asleep. I felt the atmosphere shift. Stay with me. But I didn't do anything about it because I was comfortable. And I was cold, and I didn't want to get up and pray and do what I need to do. And so I laid there up under the covers, and I felt the energy shift, and I just like, it's okay. God's got it. God's got us protected. And I went back to sleep. Still sleep, right? Stay with me. And so I'm feeling this thing pressing down on my chest, crushing my chest in. I can't talk. I can't move. And I'm trying to get God. I'm trying to move to wake my wife up because I can't breathe. I can't move. I can't budge. I can't wake Tasha up. And so I'm laying there and tears are running down my eye because I'm feeling my kids are in the bed and they're all asleep. Not in my bed, but in their own room. And I'm going to die right now. And so I'm trying to talk to God and trying to pray, but I can't get nothing out my mouth. And so all I could do is in my mind, God, help me. God, help me. God, what's going on? And I could hear God crystal clear, no. And I'm like, God, what do you mean, no? God, I'm going to die right here. God, I need your help. God, why won't you help me? And I could hear God say again, no, I've already given you all power. Why don't you use it? As soon as he said that, man, I realized, man, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I started remembering all these different things. I started remembering the power that I have. And it's a trip because I was talking to a young lady the other day, and she was telling me, man, all these demons are trying to have sex with her, right? And I'm like, okay, that was just confirmation. I need to make this video. And so, man, this demon has his spirit, has his hand on my chest, just crushed my chest. And this demon don't give a fuck that I'm praying. This demon, this entity didn't give a fuck that I was praying, asking God to help me. It didn't give a damn that I was calling on Yahweh, Yahshua, Jesus, none of that shit make this demon move. It didn't make it take his hand off of me. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. It's gonna get heavy. So I'm sitting there and I'm crying out, God, help me, God, help me. He's like, you already got the power. Use it. And so when I started remembering who I am, I started remembering the power that I have. Oh, hell no. I didn't ask you to come into my motherfucking house. You got to get the fuck up out of here. I'm not asking you to leave. I'm not asking you to take your fucking hands off me. I'm commanding you to take your motherfucking stanky ass hands up off of me. As soon as I said these things, man, I felt the release. And I flew up out of the bed. I was laying down flat and I flew up because I was, trying to get up. And I was sitting there and I was like hyperventilating, just breathing hard. It's like, oh, God, God, God. And it's like, Elijah, when are you going to start using the power you already have? You already have power over all these things. But because you don't walk in that power, these entities don't respect you. Because you don't walk in that power, they attach themselves to you and they're stuck with you. Stay with me. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh shit. And so then he started taking me through some stuff. And I'm making this video because so many of us, religion has fucked us up. They got us believing that it's demons and that it's all these devils and all this other shit that's attacking us. They got us believing it's Incubus and Succubus and all these fucking names. We come up with this shit because we don't understand the fucking real. And the trip is, I don't give a damn what you think about religion. When you look at the devil, the demons, they all get their power from the devil, if you want to call them that. You know what I mean? It's just negative energy. It's just negative energy. I'm not saying that the succubus ain't real. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. It's all negative energy. It's negative energy. And you have to understand something. Why are they there with you? Why are they trying to sleep with you? Why are they trying to attach themselves to you? See, because religion have us fucking thinking, oh, because I got the devil in me, and oh man, they're trying to possess my body, and they're trying to do this. No, they're fucking not. No, they're not. That's not true. They're attaching themselves. First and foremost, succubus, incubus is all the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. It's male, female. Succubus is female, is male or whatever, and incubus is the male form of this quote unquote demon spirit that tries to have sex with women, right? And succubus tries to have sex with men, right? It's a woman. It's all fucking energy. It's all energy. And what happens is, man, that energy will take a form. That energy will take a shape. That energy would come up into a disguise or into a shape of something that they know that you would be attracted to. Something that they know you'll find beautiful. You'll find attractive. Because if it's an ugly being trying to have sex, oh hell no, right out the back, you ain't trying to go for that shit. And so they're going to take a shape or form, or they're going to take on the image of somebody that you know that you're attracted to. Is it true? I've had all these women contact me, man, before I got married. And all these women contact me, man, you came to me in my dreams and we had sex and went through all this other bullshit. No, that wasn't fucking me. I promise you that wasn't me. That was this fucking negative energy, this entity that showed up. What's up with you, Raymond? That showed up to you in a form of somebody that you respected, in a form of somebody that you had an attraction to. Or somebody you thought, man, they look good. Okay, I wouldn't have a problem with sleeping with this person. Oh man, she's bad as fuck. Hell yeah, I'm gonna dig this shit out. Because you're not aware consciously. And the problem is, so many of us, we're awake and we're not conscious of our fucking thoughts. When we go to sleep, we're not conscious of our fucking thoughts. And because we're not conscious of it, because we're not paying attention to what's going on, and because we're not walking in our power, and we don't use the authority that we have. What's up with you, Big Sky? No, I haven't talked to you in a while. Because we're not walking in that power. They don't respect you. They ain't listening to you. Because they know you ain't really about that life. When you go back to the beginning, you look at the book of Job. Job chapter 1. Job chapter 1. This is way after, quote unquote, God kicked the devil out of heaven. This is way after God and the devil went into it, and he kicked the devil and all the angels out of heaven. Okay, this is Job chapter 1, generations later. And so, Job chapter 1 says that the devil was walking back and forth from heaven to earth. The devil was. This is after Genesis 1, after God kicked him out of heaven. The devil's going back and forth. And so the devil's going back from heaven to earth. And God calls the devil to him, hey, come here. Come holler at me for a second. What's going on? What's up with you? He's like, oh man, I'm just going around just seeing who I could get caught up in, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, seeing who ain't paying the fucking attention, and seeing who I get trapped up in some bullshit, and whoop-de-whoop. Guys, okay, you check out my boy Job? Go holler at my boy Job. God sent the devil after Job. Job was minding his own fucking business. He wasn't fucking with nobody. He wasn't caught up in no drama, no madness, no mayhem, nothing. Just minding his own damn business. He was righteous in the sight of God. And yet God, in the Bible, Job chapter 1, it says that that God sent the devil to go check out Job. Go do whatever you want to Job. Just don't kill him. Why am I talking about that? Because we have to understand, every time you have these spirits come to you, man, don't nothing in the fucking world happen unless God give it authority, unless God give it authorization, unless God gives it fucking green light. The devil can't come to you, whether you want to call him incubus, whether you want to call him succubus, whether you want to call him a demon, none of that shit can come to you unless God gives it permission. That's first and foremost. You have to know that. You have to understand. You can't have shit come up in your fucking head that God didn't give it the fucking green light to show up. So why do God give us, or why do God give the devil green light for his demons, these spirits, to come try to holler at us, to come try to have sex with us? Why? Because God wants us to be paying a fucking attention. See, we so fucking distracted with bullshit. People tell me all the time, man, I'm always alert, but you ain't alert when it comes to fucking social media. You'll sit there and entertain all the bullshit on social media. You'll sit there and watch dumb ass fucking shows. And all of that energy is becoming part of you. All of that negative energy is attaching itself to you. People tell me all the time, man, I watch scary movies, but I can't watch them at nighttime because I get scared and I start having all these dreams. And you're sitting there taking in all of that negative, toxic bullshit. You don't want to watch, you watch stuff about, how can I say, all this sexual stuff, right? Pornography and all this stuff. And then you wonder why all that shit's in your fucking head. Why am I always thinking about sex? Why am I always dreaming about sex? Why is this shit always coming up to me? Because that's what you're fucking entertaining. There's a saying where your thoughts go, where your attention goes, energy flows. Energy flows where your attention goes. So the shit that you think about, the shit you dwell on, why ain't you paying attention? You're not paying attention when there's all this toxic, crazy ass fucking music that's going on. When these motherfuckers sitting there talking about, man, I was at the gym the other day and I'm listening to Pandora, and this is a bunch of channels that I have, saved. And I was listening to something on Sade, and one of the songs popped up. And I was listening to it, like, man, this is a fucking jam. And I was like, oh, just singing with it and just going with it, right? And then it hit me. It's like, hold on, wait a minute. This motherfucker's talking about having an affair. They singing about having an affair. He belonged to somebody and she belonged to somebody else, but they creeping, and man, they can't take a chance. They can't get caught. And there's all this other, the whole fucking song is about these two married people. Married to somebody else, but they creeping. And I'm sitting there and I'm singing this song, not even paying attention to the fucking lyrics, not even paying attention to the fucking energy attached to it. And God had to catch me on that and show me, what the fuck you doing? What the fuck you saying? Why do you got that? Yeah, why did you give that a thumbs up a while back? Why is that on your fucking playlist? And so when I sat there and I was looking and thinking, I was, hold on, wait a minute. Why am I entertaining this bullshit? Why is this acceptable? Why is having an affair acceptable with anybody? Stay with me. We're talking about sex and all that other shit. And so what God was showing me is, Elijah, you wasn't paying attention when you was listening to this shit. You wasn't paying attention when you first started singing this shit. You just liked it because that was the energy level that you were on. You have to understand that everything is energetic. And so what frequency are you on? In the past, we was on some bullshit frequencies, you know what I mean? In the past, we was on some whole shit. Some whole shit. We didn't mind fucking anything and everything that went. But now that we've grown up a little bit, now that we've matured, so now that we're walking in some of our power and some of our awareness, oh, I can't do the same shit that I used to do. I can't watch the same shit. I can't listen to the same shit. I can't read the same shit. I can't go to the same fucking places. I can't associate and hang around with the same fucking people. Why? Because their frequency is off. Their energy is off. And we understand that when we start growing up a little, but we've never understood that and attached that to sex. Every time you have sex with another person, you take a part of them with you. And not just a part of them, but a part of everybody that they've had sex with, and everybody that's had sex with them, and everybody else that has sex. And so you can see how fucking big this shit gets. They say that every time you have sex with a guy, or every time you have sex with a woman, you have sex with at least 10 people. At least 10 people. Once we start getting up in our 30s and 40s, and for me in my 20s, you know what I mean, and teens, man, you past that then, you know what I mean? Stay with me. What does that saying say? See, use my digits, my hands, right? This is Mary, this is Barbara, Stacy, Erica, Jasmine, right? And each one of these women have slept with 3 or 4 guys. Okay? I've just slept with these 5 people right here, right? But each one of these women, 5 women, has slept with 3 or 4 guys. And each one of those guys has slept with 3 or 4 women. And each one of those women has slept with 3 or 4 guys. So you can see how big the number gets quick as fuck. And so although I didn't sleep with all those other people were attached to these 5 people that I slept with. And so now when I sleep with these people, man, I accept their fucking energy. I accept their low vibrating bullshit. I accept their fucking toxic ways. And so now I'm all fucked up. Now, not only am I fucked up from my own childhood and the shit that I went through, my own fucking life, man, now I got all your shit. And the shit of everybody else that I've been sleeping with. There's no wonder we're so fucked up in the head now. There's no wonder we're so fucking depressed and suicidal now. No wonder we're so fucking mad and angry and toxic now. Look at all the people we've fucking been with. And we've never learned how to purge. We've never learned how to sit in our shit and detoxify our fucking body and our mind and our spirit. It's not some shit you could just pray and it's gonna go away. No, that's not what happens. We say that shit because we want to convince ourselves, oh man, I'm good now. No, motherfucker, you gotta go through the fucking work. It's a trip because, man, you may not have had migraines before I slept with this person right here. This person right here may have back problems. This person right here may have some suicidal thoughts. This person right here may have had some depression. This person right here may have had some anxiety, or somebody they slept with had all these fucking issues. And so now, because all these issues are attached to these other people, and they now become attached to these people, and now because I'm sleeping with them, all these fucking issues become attached to me. It's energetic frequency. It's an energetic exchange. I didn't ask for it, but I accepted it as soon as I asked or I okayed the sex. When I became a willing participant in the sex, I opened up the doors for all the other bullshit attached to it. I opened up the doors for their energy to attach themselves to me. It didn't matter if that wasn't my intention or not. It didn't matter if I didn't understand that or not. What's the saying on the street? Man, ignorance of the law is no fucking excuse. It don't matter whether you knew that or not. It don't matter whether you understood that or not. It's reality. Now you got to deal with it. It's the truth. Because people always say, man, be careful who you sleep with. And we heard that growing up, be careful who you sleep with. But we never really understood why. We just thought, man, I don't want to have a baby with the wrong person. No, it's some shit attached to other people. And so how do you get rid of that shit? How do you stop these quote unquote demons? It's just negative energy. And it's not to possess you. It's not to fuck you up with any other bullshit that they tell you. Every time God sends the devil, again, understand these entities can't come to you unless God gives them the green light. And every time God gives them the green light, it's to show you something. It's to get you to grow the fuck up. It's to get you to understand some shit in life. And so many of us, we have these different things coming to us. When I was going through my semen retention thing, man, sex wasn't a big deal for me. You know what I mean? I didn't trip on sex at all. That whole time that whole year I went through it. One time I had a dream. And in a dream, I saw this young lady. Young lady was bad as fuck. And she was walking up to me and she was like trying to holler at me and stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm just engaging in conversation. We're just bullshitting with her, right? And this other woman came to me in a dream. And I'm just talking to this lady. The lady looked bad as fuck, right? But I'm just talking to her, right? Just playing games with her. She flirting and shit, and I'm just flirting back with her, right? And this other lady came to me. And she just whispered in my ear as she walked by. She just wants to have sex with you. She just wants your energy. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, hold up, wait. I saw this lady for what she was. The one that was flirting with me, and it was leading up to fucking sex. It was just fun and games. We were just fucking around playing. You know what I mean? No, we hadn't did shit yet. And when this other lady walked by and said, man, she just want to have sex with you. She just wants your energy. Man, it hit me. Oh, hell no. No. And it's like, boom, you got to go. Kick fucking rocks. I don't give a fuck where you go, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. And it ended. The dream ended. Why? Because I became aware of what was going on. So you can't tell me that you can't control your fucking dreams. You can't tell me you can't control your fucking thoughts, even when you sleep. Most of us can't control our thoughts when we fucking awake. Most of us can't control our feelings when we're awake. How the fuck can you control them when you sleep? That's why anything can go with you when you sleep. That's why everything's good when you go to sleep. Why? Because you're vulnerable. You're completely oblivious to what's going on around you. And the truth is, most of us are oblivious when we're wide fucking awake. I could be looking at you and we could be looking at each other talking and you're completely oblivious to what's fucking going on. Why? Because you can't control your thoughts. You can't control your feelings. You're a slave to your feelings. You're a slave to your thoughts. You don't even have to be sexually active with another person to take on their energy. God had to show me, Elijah, if you think about a woman and you start masturbating and you start jacking off thinking about this person, you're attached to their fucking energy. There's an energetic frequency that's been that's come in alignment. And you just attached yourself to this person. We have to be mindful of this shit. We have to understand what we're doing when we engage in all this shit. You can sit there, master, rub your clit, do whatever you do, rub your nipples, all the shit you want to. You're attaching yourself to all these fucking people. All of this negative frequency. And then you wonder, what the fuck is going on with me? Why is my mind all over the place? It seems like everything is just so fucking chaotic. Everything's just flipped upside down, and I'm having all these crazy thoughts, and all this stupid shit is happening in my life. And when you've allowed this shit to come in, you've opened up the fucking doors for this shit. You open up the doors to this shit. You have to learn how to close the fucking doors. And you close the doors by understanding who you are. You close the doors by loving yourself. You close the doors by, oh, hell, I'm not getting on that fucking negative frequency anymore. I'm not allowing myself, because I love me, because I value me, I'm not allowing myself to be aligned to that negative shit no more. I don't give a fuck how good you look. I don't give a damn how nice your ass looks, how perky your titties are, how big your chest is, how big your arms are. None of that shit matters. Why? Because you got some shit that I'm not cool with. that's attached to you. And the trip is, there's so many people that we have sex with, and they're good people. They're just cool, fun, loving people. Not loving, but cool, happy people, whatever the case may be. And they don't even know all the bullshit attached to them. And so you just think, oh, it's just casual sex. It's just fun sex. We're just both the two adults. We're both in agreement with this. We just having fun. We just making each other feel good. Until all the negative energy is transferred over to you. Until all the negative energy from you is transferred over to them. Now you're sitting there losing your rabbit-ass mind. Now you're sitting there crying and can't control your fucking tears. Now you're sitting there just depressed off this fucking world and not even understanding why. Now, all this shit is going chaotic in your life. Now you're getting in trouble on your job. Your business is falling apart and all this other because you don't understand the energy attached to that other person. And the energy attached to these other people is, man, they may have some generational curses attached to them that they haven't dealt with. And those generational curses may be poor. You know, you're going to be poor for the rest of your fucking life until you deal with some shit. You're going to be financially ruined until you deal with some shit. You're not going to be able to have a healthy relationship until you deal with some fucking shit. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be suicidal. You're going to be full of anger. You're going to be full of anxiety and all this. It could be so many different things. That's a generational curse that you just allowed to get attached to you. That was never part of your fucking generational family, your lineage. But because you're having sex with all these other motherfuckers, just happy and just willy-nilly, oh, it's just a free nut. Oh, it's just I'm blasting a nut in their mouth. All this other bullshit. You don't even understand what you're doing to yourself. You don't even understand how you're cursing yourself. You don't even understand how you're damaging yourself. You just think, man, I'm about to wear this bitch out. Man, I'm about to suck his dick. Man, he's about to bend me over and just break my fucking back. He's about to give you a whole bunch of other shit too. That you ain't asking for, that you ain't ready for. We have to grow up. We have to learn to control our fucking minds. We have to learn how to control our feelings. These young ladies tell me, man, I was crying out to Jesus, crying out to God, and man, this entity, man, he wasn't listening. You know, it didn't matter to me. He didn't stop. He just kept trying to force himself, and I didn't want them to have sex with me. I didn't want them doing this. They don't give a fuck about that shit. The only thing that they respond to is, you got to get the fuck up out of here. I didn't ask you to come here. I don't want you to be here. I don't give a fuck who you having sex with, but it won't be me. It won't be nobody up in this motherfucking house. We have to learn the power that we have. We have all fucking power, but because we've been beat down so long, because we don't know who we are, we don't know that we have that type of power. Not once will you find in the Bible or any other book God arguing with the fucking devil. Not once will you find in the Bible or any other book Jesus arguing and debating the devil. Not once will you find in the Bible or anywhere where Jesus is pleading with these demons and all this other stuff to leave. Jesus never pleaded with the devil. Jesus never pleaded with these demons to leave. Jesus told them, get me behind me, Satan. You know what I mean? Kick rocks. You gotta go. This is not a democracy. I'm not asking you to leave. I'm telling you to get the fuck on. We misunderstand sex. We think sex is love. Sex is not love. Sex ain't got shit to do with love. You can take sex. How can I say this? You could take sex and use sex as an expression of your love. But sex by itself is not fucking love. Just like you could take cooking in the kitchen. I could go in the kitchen and cook a meal for my queen. And I'm using through love. I'm putting my love into my food. Whatever I'm doing, I could give her a massage. And giving her a massage by itself has nothing to do with fucking love. But when I'm putting love into the massage, now love is attached to this massage that I'm giving her. I'm transferring my love, my energy to her through this massage in a loving way. Same thing with cooking. It's true, because some people, you could taste their food and it's like, damn, they put their fucking foot in this shit. Man, this shit was made with fucking love. And then the same person go in the kitchen and throw some shit together and it's like, ooh, this shit just don't taste right. You wasn't feeling love when you made this. You wasn't on that frequency of love frequency when you made this. Because it just don't taste right. It's okay, but it's not good like you normally make it. I just can't feel the love with this. I don't know if that's making sense. It's like you taste your mama's cooking or your woman's cooking, your man's cooking, your friend's cooking. It's like, oh man, you put everything you had in that. And other time they're going there out of commitment, and their mind just spun out on some other shit. They're thinking about some other shit. And so they're not on that frequency. Because they're sad, they're worried, they're angry, they're frustrated, whatever's going on. They feel obligated to have to do this. They don't want to do this. And so you could taste that in the fucking food. You could feel that in sex. You could feel that through a massage. Because it's not about love. You bring love out of you and into the things. You transfer the love from you into your food. You transfer the love from you into your sex. You transfer the love from you into your massage. We have to grow up. We have to understand what we're doing to our bodies. We have to understand, that's why I tell you guys all the time, man, turn off the toxic ass fucking TV. Stop watching these stupid bullshit shows. Stop watching this fucking dumbass fucking reality shit. These dumbass people that ain't doing shit in life except gossiping and just talking stupid shit. None of that's healthy to you. None of that's helping you reach your fucking full potential. Why are you entertaining that negative bullshit? That becomes a part of you. Why are you listening to that stupid ass fucking crappy music? That becomes a part of you. It's all energy, and it's low vibrating energy at that. And that becomes a part of you. Just like you having sex with everybody else. That becomes a part of you. Their low vibrating energy becomes a part of you. All the toxic shit from all the other people becomes a part of you now. We have to be mindful of who we are. We have to be mindful of the power that we possess. We have to stop being fucking victims. It's our responsibility. It's our responsibility to take care of this. Listen, church. The Bible and so many other religious teachings, belief systems, talk about your body being a temple. Your body's a temple of God. So if your body is hot in here, if your body is the temple of God, that means it's your responsibility to keep that temple clean. That means it's your responsibility to keep that temple a sanctuary. What I mean, man, a resting place, a safe place, a loving place, a compassionate place. And you can't do that listening to stupid ass, toxic ass bullshit. You can't do that watching and entertaining toxic ass, negative ass bullshit. You can't do that having sex with anybody and everybody. You're destroying your own temple. You're destroying your own temple. Because you don't know who you are. Because you don't love you. Because you don't value you. When I was younger, I slept with every woman that was okay with having sex with me. You know what I mean? Every woman that said, yeah, game on, let's go. You know what I mean? And I got to the point, it's like, damn, I don't have to sleep with every woman. I could be a little more picky. Just because she want me don't mean I got to give it to her. Just because she want to suck my dick don't mean I got to let her do it. Just because she want to give me the ass don't mean I got to accept it. At some point, we have to grow the fuck up and understand, man, I don't have to accept this bullshit just because it's been offered to me. Just because it's there. Because what happens is we accept this bullshit as fun and games, something to do to pass the time, not knowing that we're fucking ourselves in the process. Not knowing that we're damaging ourselves in the process. Not knowing that we're destroying ourselves in the process. Oh, this is just fun and game. And see, I'm not even talking about sexually transmitted diseases. You can get rid of fucking diseases, take a couple pills and you good. Get you a fucking shot, you good. You know what I mean? Except there's some shit you can't get rid of. I'm talking about diseases. But it's a whole lot easier to go to and get some pills or a shot to get rid of some sexually transmitted diseases than it is to get rid of all of this baggage and all this bullshit that's gotten attached to you. See, the trip is, you know you got a sexually transmitted disease. You know the shit ain't right. The shit leaking. The shit got a fucking smell to it. You know something's wrong with you physically. But you don't realize the baggage that you accept and attach to yourself when you get these sexually transmitted demons. Trauma bonds are serious, man. They are. And we attach them to us. It's like we throw up our hands. It's like, yeah, I want everything you got. Yeah, give it to me. Give me all of it. Give me all of your fucking skanky ass shit. Oh, you hate yourself? Yeah, I'll take some of that too. Oh, you suicidal? I'll take some of that too. Oh, you hate your daddy? I'll take some of that too. Oh, you hate yourself? I'll take some of that too. Oh, you a hoe? I'll take some of that too. Oh, you suicidal? You depressed? You got anxiety? You fear? Oh, give me some of that too. Oh, you got back problems? Give me some of that too. Oh, you got migraines? I'll take some of that too. Oh, your pancreas is fucked up? Oh, give me some of that too. Oh, you got heart problems? Yep, I'll take some of that too. We're taking in all this bullshit. Not even fucking knowing that we're taking this shit in. Because we made an attachment. We made a bond with somebody that we wasn't supposed to. We have to grow up. We have to understand that sex ain't just about fucking games. Sex ain't just about busting a fucking nut. Sex ain't just about having a fucking orgasm. That's just the superficial part of it. It's like you go buy a car. You go buy a used car from somebody. And you so happy, man, I got me a new car and it's $5,000 and I drove it off the lot. Man, I'm just proud of my fucking car. Look at what I got. Not even understanding that there's some shit wrong with that fucking car. Not even understanding there's mechanical problems with that fucking car. Not even understand that car got electrical problems. Not even that car's been damaged, wrecked, salvaged. You just so fucking happy to get you a fucking car so you ain't got to catch the bus no more. You done took all your fucking life savings and went bought this fucking raggedy ass fucking car. Not even understanding you're gonna have so many more problems. Not even understanding all of the problems wrong with that fucking car. That's what we do when we have sex with people. We so fucking happy to get some pussy. We so fucking happy to get some dick. Man, I don't give a damn what your family history is. I don't give a damn if your daddy killed your mama, if your mama sleeping with your brother, if your daddy slept with you, if your mama slept with you, your brother slept with. We don't give a damn about none of that shit. We don't give a fuck if y'all got incest going on in your family lineage or not. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. We don't give a fuck if you motherfuckers got rapists in your fucking family lineage. Man, we don't care about nothing. Man, I'm taking all that shit in. Come on, come on, come on. Just as long as I can get this fucking just as long as you suck this dick, as long as you getting this fucking pussy. We take on all of this shit. And that becomes part of us. Because we attach ourselves to them. And we haven't even done our fucking investigation. We haven't even done our due diligence on whether or not this person should be having sex with us. Because they look good, they physically fit. Man, I could walk down the street and be proud that they with me, and everybody's gonna like, oh, you the fucking man, you got you a badass motherfucking woman, you got you a badass fucking dude. Not knowing all the fucking damage, not knowing all the fucking shit that's wrong with them. Not even understanding if that person's all wrapped up in the head. They may be kind of fucking crazy. They may be fucking schizophrenic, bipolar, antisocial. They may have so much other bullshit going on with them mentally that you don't even fucking understand. And you take all of that into you? You really feel that low about yourself? You really think that little about yourself? You don't care that much about, you're willing to just play Russian roulette? We play Russian roulette every time we have sex. I can't even remember the game show that you win a prize. And so you had to guess what was behind door number 1, what was behind door number 2, behind door number 3. The Price is Right. I think that's what it is. But that's what we do. Every time we have sex, I'll take door number 2 for $5,000. I'll take door number 3 for a good blowjob. I'll take door number 2 for a mind-boggling orgasm. You gonna get some mind-boggling other shit too. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Man, if you haven't gone on a semen retention thing, man, I can't encourage that enough. I can't encourage that enough. What was semen retention? Man, no sex. You can look it up on YouTube. There's a bunch of guys talking about it. I think there may be some women on there too talking about it. No FAP. No fucking and no porn. And that's no FAP. That's what no FAP is. It's just an acronym. But it's no sex, no jacking off, none of that shit. No masturbating, none of that shit. For at least a year. At least a year. The trip is, we're so fucking horny and desperate to have sex. Because we think that makes us feel wanted. We think that makes us feel good about ourselves. Because we don't even understand all the trauma bonds and all the negative energy that's been attached to us. And so we're just so happy somebody wants us. We're so giddy this person wants to have sex with us. Because you don't know who you are. You don't know your value. You don't know your worth. And you don't love yourself. It's hard to convince yourself. It's hard to convince anybody else that you love yourself and you're playing Russian roulette with your life like this. It's hard to say that you love yourself and you're playing Russian roulette with your emotions like this. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. As a young man, I was horny as hell. Most young people are horny. And because you're not taught to love yourself, because you're not taught self-control, you become a slave to your ego. You become a slave to your feelings. Because you don't have any self-control. Because you don't have any self-worth. And so we have to grow up. Stop making life harder for you than what it already is. Life is already hard enough. We've already gone through enough. We've already experienced enough. We already have enough issues that we have to deal with. Why do you keep adding to them? Why do you keep saying, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more? Just because you don't say it consciously doesn't mean that you're not saying it subconsciously. Because you're saying it. Whether you understand it or not, whether you know it or not, you're saying, give me more. Give me more. We have to grow up. We have to understand the power that's within us. We have to learn how to start loving ourselves. And when you understand and love yourself, man, everybody don't deserve to be in your presence. Everybody don't deserve to have sex with you. You're that fucking special. You're that fucking awesome that everybody shouldn't be able to say that they've had a piece of your ass. Everybody shouldn't be able to say they got a taste of your dick. Regardless of what you think about Beyonce or Mary J. Blige or any of those people that have a status, they ain't fucking with just everybody. Everybody can't get a piece of that ass. I'm gonna do a video talking about Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe was seen as the sex goddess. Marilyn Monroe was seen as this beauty queen. There's so many dudes that wanted a piece of Marilyn. So many women wanted a piece of Marilyn. But everybody couldn't get some. You should be able to say the same thing. We can't change the fact that in the past we was hoes. You know what I mean? We can't change the fact that in the past we slept with people that was undeserving of having sex with us. Undeserving of being on our frequency. And the truth is, it wasn't even about us, them being on our frequency. We lowered our standards and got on their frequency. We lowered our standards because we didn't value us. We lowered our standards because we didn't love us. You should see yourself, and what I mean by see yourself, just like everybody can't sleep with Beyonce, just like everybody can't sleep with Rihanna, just like everybody can't sleep, or everybody couldn't sleep with Marilyn Monroe, or any of those other big Hollywood actresses and singers, and everybody can't sleep with them. Everybody can't be in their circle. Everybody can't be in their vicinity. That's how your life should be when it comes to you and sex. You're that fucking special. Man, everybody can't get this. Everybody can't handle this. I'm not giving myself to everybody. Why? Because I don't know what the bullshit you got attached to you. I don't know all the drama and the chaos and the trauma bonds you got attached to you. And I'm not willing to take on that fucking baggage. I'm not willing to take on that fucking burden. I'm not willing to take on that fucking chance. Not because I'm saying you're not worthy, but because I value me. Because I love me. We got to get so sick and tired of being sick and tired of just dealing with bullshit. I'm sick and tired. I'm burnt the fuck out. I'm dealing with bullshit. I'm burnt the fuck out. I'm dealing with my fucking shadow and just doing shadow work and just my fucking issues. I'm tired. I've been doing this shit for fucking years. I'm tired. Thing I had to realize was, damn, you can't be that tired. You still fucking everything that walking. You can't be that tired. You still letting everything suck your dick. You can't be that tired. You still listening to that crappy ass fucking music. You can't be that tired. You still listening to and watching this bullshit TV shit. You still listen to these fucking crazy ass politicians. You can't be that fucking tired. When you get sick and tired, you're gonna be sick and tired. And okay, I can't, no. I ain't got another one in me. I'm done. Click, I'm done. I'm done. Why? Because I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of having to fix shit. I'm tired of having to constantly work on shit. If I'm tired of having to work on my own shit, why the fuck am I gonna work on your shit too? And her shit, and her shit, and her shit, and her shit, and his shit, and his shit, and his shit, and everybody else's shit that I don't have fucking sex with? And I didn't sleep with them, but they don't sleep with all these other people that I don't sleep with. We make life more complicated than it has to be. We make our life harder than it has to be. And I remember being young, like, oh, ain't no way in hell I could go, 6 months without having sex. Ain't no way in hell I could go a year without having sex. I said that, oh, only nerds and corny people go that long without having, because don't nobody want their raggedy ass. The shit that I said. You shouldn't have to go that long. I ain't going there. Fuck that shit. Because I didn't know any better. Because I was addicted to sex. Because sex was what I got my identity from. And so I needed sex as my escape. I needed sex to prove my masculinity. I needed sex to feed my ego. I needed sex. Why? Because every time I had sex, it made me feel wanted. Every time I had sex, it made me feel like I was somebody. Somebody wanted me. Somebody valued me. That's the shit that I thought about sex. Me and sex. That was my identity. That's where I got my identity from. Because I didn't know any better. because I didn't value me. I didn't know me. I didn't love me. The trip is, if we knew somebody was bringing us poison, ain't no way in hell we would drink it. Ain't no way in hell we would drink the poison. Most of us were smart enough to know that when we go to the club, we ain't leaving our drink unattended. Why? Because somebody could lace it with some shit. We know that. And so we don't do that. Because we're scared somebody's going to lace our fucking alcohol. We're scared somebody's going to lace our fucking food. We don't understand that every time we have sex, we're accepting all of this bullshit. It's a trip how when it comes to our food and alcohol, man, we're on the spot. We're aware who's cooking our food, how the kitchen looked, the bathroom. Man, I would walk in restaurants, and if the bathroom was nasty, before I even ordered my food, I would walk in restaurants, and I'll sit down and ask the waiter, give me a minute, ask them where the restroom was at. And if the bathroom was nasty, I got up and left. That was just my standard. That was just my thing. I would look at the bathroom. And if the bathroom wasn't clean, now I couldn't even imagine what the fucking kitchen was gonna look like. Because see, I could see the bathroom. The public can see the bathroom. We don't get the permission. We can't just walk into the kitchen. And if you don't give a fuck enough about your restaurant and you have the bathroom dirty, knowing that people are going to come in and look, or knowing people are going to come in and use the bathroom, and you didn't give a fuck enough about your restaurant, your place of business, that you didn't give a fuck about the bathroom, that told me you really didn't give a fuck about the kitchen either. You didn't really give a fuck about me as a person coming there to spend my money to eat your fucking food. How deep I was when it came to a fucking restaurant. But I was completely fucking clueless when it came to having sex. I wouldn't leave my drinks at the club. I'm smart, I'm aware. But when it came to sex, I was fucking ignorant as fuck. Clueless as hell. Clueless. And the trip is, you can't see the damage people have just by looking at them. You don't know the trauma that they're carrying with them just by looking at them. You don't know the emotional state of these people just by looking at them. You don't understand. You can't see the baggage that they're bringing to you just by looking at them. It's a trip. Some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen have been the most fucked up in the head. I'm saying it again. Some of the most drop-dead gorgeous women I've ever seen have been some of the most fucked up emotionally women I've ever met. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Why did I just say that about these women? Because it's not a stereotype for all women. But why did I just say that about women? Because you can't tell the baggage and the pain and the trauma and the bullshit that people are bringing into the bedroom with you, or into the car with you, or at the restaurant with you, wherever you're going to have your sex at. You know what I mean? You can't see just by looking at their eyes and their mouth and, man, their lips and their titties and their ass and their pecs and their arms and their biceps and their you can't see the bullshit attached to them. And the truth be told, you're not worried about that shit. Only thing you want to know, can he use his dick? Only thing you want to, can she move them fucking hips? Only thing, how deep can I go in her fucking throat? How far can she bend over? How long can she ride me before she get tired? That's all that's going through your head. We're just thinking about how this is going to make us feel. We're excited and caught up in the moment, and we forget about all this other shit. We're not even thinking about next week, next month, next year. And the trip is, AIDS ain't went nowhere. You don't even hear people talking about AIDS no more. Like AIDS just disappeared, and like motherfuckers ain't getting AIDS no more. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Sex is great. I love sex. I enjoy sex. But don't allow sex to ruin your life. Don't allow sex to bring you more bullshit than what you already have. Understand that when you have these spirits, this energy, these demons, whatever you want to call them, succubus, incubus, all this other shit, understand when this shit comes to you, it's just a test to show you that you're not paying enough fucking attention. It's just a test to show you, man, you need to get your shit straight. You need to grow the fuck up. It's here to show you that you don't have control over your mind. And it's true because you can't stop these thoughts from coming to you. No one can stop certain thoughts from coming to them. But you can stop entertaining them. You can stop processing the bullshit and dwelling on the bullshit. Just because the thought comes to you, don't mean you have to run deep into the shit. You know what I mean? Don't mean that you have to sit there and ponder it and dwell on the bullshit. No, you don't. You have to know who you are. You have to value you. You have to love you. And once you start doing that, and you're not listening to everybody's bullshit. Man, I'm not dealing with this bullshit today. I'm not dealing with your bullshit today. I'm out. Doses. I don't care where you go. You have to understand and learn how to read frequencies. How to understand energy. Just stop looking at how fucking pretty they are. That's why you got all the bullshit wrong with you now. Because you looking at how this motherfucker look. You looking at how he fucking talk. You looking at how she look and how she fucking talk. And not even understanding all the fucking psychological energy and bullshit that they have attached to them. And now that you married, now you got a baby by them, now you kind of stuck with their ass. It's like, fuck, I didn't know you was just fucking crazy. No, because you weren't paying attention. You was looking at the ass. You was looking at the titties. You was looking at his dick or whatever the case, but you wasn't looking at her fucking energy. You wasn't reading her energy. You wasn't reading her frequency. You was looking at the physical being and you got captivated. You got caught up. Now you see there, damn, how'd I get hooked up with your crazy fucking ass? This bitch crazy for real. I know you get a government check. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Sex is not bad. It's just a transference of energy. Just like a massage. It's just transferring energy. Sex can be great. And if you're connected to the right person, and it can be all fucking bad. It can be all bad. So I don't want you thinking that, man, Elijah's against sex. You know what I mean? I'm not against sex. I'm for us understanding who we are. Loving us. and stop allowing ourselves to dwell on stupid shit. When these thoughts come to your mind, regardless of whatever they are, learn to discern them. Not judge, discern. That's energy. That's frequency. It don't matter how it appears. What's its frequency? It could be the baddest thing on two fucking legs. What's its frequency? And from there, I'll make my decision. Oh, your frequency's off. I can't fuck with you. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. I don't give a damn how good you look. Your frequency is off. Your energy is off. It's all wrong. It's not for me. And so when these demons, spirits, or whatever come to you in your sleep and wanting to have sex with you or whatever the case may be, man, learn to discern the energy. Learn to understand why it's there. What is it showing you? What is it showing you? I was talking to this young lady the other day, and I was like, man, that's good that you recognize the fact that, you know, this entity first was like this demon, and then it changed into a man, took on a male form, you know? It's great that you discerned, that you recognize the fact that it was a demon, negative energy. And then it changed forms. Even though it changed forms, you still recognized it for what it was. You still knew what it was. You didn't get caught up in the physical appearance of it. You still recognized it for what it was. You resisted it. The only thing is you didn't know how to resist it. You didn't understand your power. You don't understand your power. And so that's why you're like pleading and pretty much begging for it to go. Because you didn't understand your power. You don't know your power. Now that you're becoming aware, man, this is what you do. You got to know who you are. You got to know the power within you. You ain't got to beg and plead, none of that shit. Motherfucker, you got to go. I'm not fucking asking you. And you got to mean it. You have to mean it. You can say all the Hail Marys you want to, it ain't going nowhere. You could call on Jesus, Yahweh, Yahshua, whatever you want, it ain't going nowhere. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. My hope and prayer is that something was said that has brought you some awareness, that has brought some light to you. Something that was said that helps you understand your journey. You know what I mean? Helps you understand, man, maybe why do I feel this way all of a sudden? Why am I feeling like my mind's just scattered and just discombobulated, just all over the place? Man, maybe it's because I had sex with somebody and their mind is all over the place. Because I was never forgetful. Now all of a sudden I'm just so fucking forgetful. I'm just so absent-minded because you were attached to somebody that was that way. And now that energy's on you. That's become part of your DNA. Man, I was never this fucking angry. I was never this fucking emotional. Why am I? Because you attached yourself to somebody in the past that you shouldn't have. And this is not about being mad at all the people that you've been with. It's not about that at all. You're not a fucking victim. Ain't none of us a fucking victim. Grow the fuck up. This is about self-awareness. This is about growing and healing. And walking in our power and our God-given authority. Okay, I've slept with all these people in the past. Okay. I got work to do. It won't happen again. I'll be more mindful of it. I'll be more cognizant of my thoughts. I'll be more aware of what I'm entertaining. I'll be more aware of, man, I get excited when I see women like this, and man, I forget about everything else because all I think about is pussy. All I think about is ass and titties, and I just lose it. Okay. I got to be more aware of that. Okay. I can't do that because I love me, because I value me, because that's not going to help me reach my full potential. That's actually setting me back. I'm so excited about jumping in this pussy right here, but that shit's about to set me back. I can't do that. Nah. I've done it in the past. I won't make that mistake again. Man. May every one of you look at everybody that you've been with and bless them. Bless them. Send them on their way. When you know better, you have to do better. When you know better, you have to do better. Send them on their way. They're not part of your life anymore. They don't belong in your life anymore. You don't want that frequency anymore. You don't want those trauma bonds anymore. You don't want those fucking generational curses and all the other bullshit attached to them anymore. And so you have to release that shit. And so you start saying, man, I'm not suicidal. What? I'm not a depressing person. I'm not a negative thinking person. I'm not this. Okay, well, if I'm not this, then why am I entertaining this? If I'm not this way, then why am I doing this? You have to go. Suicide, depression, anxiety, fear, all of that negative, toxic shit, you have to go. Because I'm a beacon of love. I'm love. If I'm a loving person, if I am love, love is the highest vibration you could be on. All this other stuff is low vibration. So if I'm love, I can't be holding on to all this other shit. Either I'm going to manifest love or this other negative shit. Man, I got to let this shit go. I thank you guys for the lessons that you taught me. I thank you for the experiences that you brought me. You've helped me learn. You've helped me understand who I am. You've helped me understand the power that I possess. You've helped me learn to love myself. You've helped me learn to value myself. And so I thank you for their lessons. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your energy. I release it. I release you. Go in peace. Thank you for being a teacher. I was a hard-headed ass fucking student. I wasn't paying attention, but I got the message now. I know it now. Thank you guys for teaching me. Thank you for being a willing teacher. I love me. And because I love me, I'll wait for the right queen. I'll wait for the right king. And it won't be about how they look. Look's a big part of it, but it won't be about that. Because you've jumped in all the bed and we've had sex with all these other people based on looks. And that hasn't gotten us anywhere. We jumped in bed and had sex with all these other people because of the shit that they were saying. And that hasn't gotten us anywhere. That's hurt us. That set us back some. So we got to stop looking at the outward appearance. We got to stop listening to the yak, and learn to discern spiritually their vibration and their energy. Man, my beautiful queen and I, thank you guys for being with us. Man, this has gone a lot longer than I thought. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be back on tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Happy healing, family. Peace.